friends, welcome back, and if you are new to our channel, thank you for stopping by. Today I have a beautiful knitting pattern to share with you, for which we need stitches in the multiple of 8 plus 2. So I have taken 8 into 3 is a 24 plus 3, that is 27 stitches, and it is a 10 row pattern. Casting 27 stitches, I have worked 2 rows of knit so that my pattern doesn't curl up. Let us start off with the first row of the pattern. The edge stitch is slipped off. After that, with the base color, which is white here, I am going to knit all across. This is the first row of the pattern. I have cast 8 into 3, that is 24 plus 3, that is 27 stitches, and this is a 10 row pattern, a very beautiful pattern where we are going to use 2 more different colors, that is green and not exactly pink, but it's a deep pink. So this is the first row of the pattern where we are just going to knit all across, and it has also come to an end. I am going to introduce my second yarn, which is the green one for this particular pattern. Simply we are going to tie it with the base yarn or the white colored yarn or the main yarn that we are using. We are just going to tie it once and slightly we will push it upwards. Start with the sequence. Now the edge stitch is slipped off or purl, and we are going to work 5 number of purl in total with the white yarn. We have to be very careful because we have to count the stitches that we are working with a particular yarn. So 4 stitches done, the 5th one is complete. So 5 number of purl, and from here starts the sequence actually. Purl 1 with the green yarn. After that again I am going to work with the white yarn, that is going to be 7 number of purl. Starting from the green yarn, the sequence has started. Now here I am working 7 number of purl with the white yarn. Once the 7 number is done, I am going to work once again with the green yarn. Now one very important thing that is to be remembered while working with different colored yarn is that we must carry the yarns, additional yarns, along with our knitting yarn. So here I purled 1 with green. After that I am working with my white yarn. So let's take our green yarn along. I must work 7 number of purl. 1 2 3 4 5 is done. 2 more to be worked, 6 and 7. Now a purl again with the green yarn, and finally I have 5 stitches left. That is going to be worked with the white yarn. That is for adjusting the pattern. We must always remember to carry the additional yarns along so that huge stretches of yarn can be avoided. Now let's move on to the third row. Now moving on to the third row of the pattern, the edge stitch is slipped off, and in total I am going to knit 3 in white. 1 2 3 is done. Now starts the repeat pattern. I am going to work 2 number of knit with the green yarn. 1 2. Once that is done, I am going to knit 1 with the white yarn that was on top of the previous green stitch, and again work 2 number of knit with the green yarn. Now let's work 3 number of stitches with the white yarn. It's going to be knit 1 2 and 3. Let's repeat the sequence again. Let us start with the green yarn again. 2 number of knit in green. After that 1 in white. After that 2 number of knit in green, which will be followed by 3 number of knit. That is the gap between the two patterns. 1, 2 and 3. One more to be done. Yes, now again repetition of the pattern starts. 2 number of knit with the green yarn, a knit with the white yarn, followed by 2 number of knit with the green yarn. 1, 2, and finally I have 3 stitches left, which is going to be knit with the white yarn. So our third row of the pattern is complete. Please remember to pull the additional yarn along. Let's move on to the fourth row of the pattern. Here what I'm going to do is we work 2 number of purl in white. Now I will start working with the green yarn. 3 number of purl, 1, 2 and 3. After that, 1 stitch is going to be purl in white, followed by 3 number of purl in green, 1, 2 and 3. And then what we need to do is I am going to purl 1 again with the white yarn. That's the division between the two set of patterns. Now let's repeat the sequence again. It's going to be 3 number of 1, 2 and 3 number of purl in green. After that I'm going to purl 1 with the white yarn, followed by purl 3 with the green yarn again. 1, 2 and 3, and finally 1 stitch needs to be purled again with the white yarn. That's the division between the next set of pattern. Now let's start off with the next set of the pattern. Starting off with the green yarn, 3 number of purl and then 1 number of purl with the white yarn, followed by 3 stitches which is to be purled again with the green yarn. 1, 2 and 3. Finally 2 stitches left that has to be purled with the white yarn. So the fourth row of the pattern comes to an end. See, our pattern has started forming. Now we are going to introduce our pink yarn. Here I am tying the yarn with the main colored yarn, that is a white one, and let us move on to the fifth row of the pattern. The edge stitch here we are going to knit 2 in white, 1 and 2. After that starts the repeat pattern. 2 number of stitches we have to knit with the green yarn. We must remember to carry the additional yarns along. 2 number of knit in green, followed by a knit in white. After that a knit with the new yarn, that is the pink one, the deep pink out here, which will be followed by a knit with the white yarn again. I am showing the process very slowly. After that 2 number of knit with the green yarn again. One, and let's pull the additional yarn along, and finally we are going to knit 1 again with the white yarn. That will be the division between the other set of pattern. Now let's repeat the sequence again. 2 number of knit in green, 1 and 2. 1 stitch has to be in white, that is also a knit, which is followed by a knit with the pink yarn. Once that is done, a knit with the white yarn. Let us carry our additional yarns along, which is followed by 2 number of knit with the green yarn. Let us do that. 1 and 2. So second set of pattern is done. Now a knit in white, that is to divide it from the other set of pattern. Now let's repeat the sequence again. 2 number of knit, which has to be in green color, 1 and 2, followed by a knit with the white yarn, and again a knit with the pink yarn, and again a knit with the white yarn. After that it is going to be 2 number of knit with the green yarn, 1 and 2, and finally we have 2 stitches left, which is going to be knit in white color. So the 5th row of the pattern comes to an end. See how nice our pattern has started looking. It is a beautiful pattern, perfect for sweaters, cardigans. Let us move on to the 6th row of the pattern. Now here 4 number of stitches has to be purled with the white yarn. Let's carry our yarns, additional yarns, 4 number of purl in white. After that I am going to work 3 stitches. I am going to purl 3 stitches with the pink yarn, 1, 2 and 3, which will be followed by 5 number of stitches in white. Now let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now let's repeat the sequence again. With the pink yarn I am going to purl 3, followed by 5 number of purl with the white yarn, 3, 4 and 5. Please carry the additional yarns along. Now what we need to do is again 3 stitches I need to purl with the pink yarn, 1, 2 and 3. After that with the white yarn I am going to purl 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the 6th row of the pattern has come to an end. See how nice the pattern is looking. Moving on to the 7th row of the pattern, we are going to work 4 stitches in white yarn. It has to be knit. That's the 3rd one, and this is the 4th one. 4 stitches I have worked in white. After that I am going to work 3 number of knit with the pink yarn, 1, 2 and 3. Now again 5 stitches has to be knit with the white yarn, 4 and 5. Now we are going to repeat the sequence again. I'm going to work 3 stitches with the pink yarn. It's going to be knit 1, 2 and let's carry the yarn along, and 3. That's done. Now again 5 stitches has to be knit with the white yarn, 3, 4 and 5. I am showing each and every step so that it becomes easy to follow the pattern, because once you work the pattern you will understand how it is to be done. So now again 3 number of knit has to be done with the pink yarn. Now, as we will not be using the green yarn anymore, it's better we snip it off to avoid the crowding of the yarns. Now again 3 number of knit with the pink yarn, and finally 4 stitches is going to be knit with the white yarn, as it was in the very beginning of the row. So here the 7th row of the pattern has come to an end. Wow, so nice it is looking. Move on to the 8th row of the pattern. I am going to purl 5 with the white yarn. 3, 4 and 5. After that I am going to work a purl with the pink yarn. Which will be followed by working 7 number of purl with the white yarn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now let's repeat the sequence again. I'm going to work a stitch with the pink yarn. It's going to be a purl. After that it is going to be 7 number of purl with the white yarn. We must remember to carry the yarn along. Sometimes I am also forgetting. Let's work 7 number of stitches in white. It has to be purl. Once that is done, I am going to purl 1 with the pink yarn. And finally, once we have 5 stitches left, it is going to be purl in white yarn. So the 8th row of the pattern has come to an end. Wow, look at that, how beautiful the pattern is looking. And it is going to look beautiful in cardigans, sweaters of little children, girls, boys. Now let's work the 9th and the 10th row, which is the easiest of all. 9th row, I am just going to knit all across with the white yarn. This is the 9th row of the pattern, which is just to knit all across. So here the 9th row of the pattern is about to end. Here, as my yarn is a bit thick, I have used number 9 needles for this sample. So the 9th row of the pattern comes to an end. Let's move on to the 10th row of the pattern. 10th row of the pattern is also very easy. The edge stitch is slipped off. After that I am going to purl all across. This is the 10th row of the pattern. Now if you want to repeat the pattern, you have to repeat it in a similar manner, and if you wish to work it as I have done, that is one layer pattern, then you can stop it right here. So my 10th row also has come to an end. So our pattern is complete. See how beautiful it is looking, and just imagine a little girl's sweater having such a pattern. How amazing it is going to look. So thank you friends for staying till the end. If you have liked the video, do give a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family members. If you are new to our channel, do consider subscribing and stay tuned for interesting videos. So till we meet again, it is bye-bye from all of us here at Plants, Crochet, Cooking and more. Bye-bye.